This is Refashion Your Life. I've got Chalyce Hadley.
And this is Megan Pyrah.
So recently I had a lesson at church, and in this lesson they talked about how when we're in the professional world and we're switching jobs or whatever, how people write letters of recommendation for you.
Okay.
And in these things, you know, these letters, they say all these great things about you.
Right.
Well,
right.
What if you wrote a letter of recommendation about yourself? Would you include those same great things that someone else can see in you?
No, that would be very hard.
I think it
That
would be
very hard.
But it's also kind of like a self-check.
True.
How
True.
come we can't see all these good things about ourselves when other people can?
Right. Right. Well, I think it is we can see them in us, and maybe not as big as other people see them, but it's really hard for us to look at ourselves and accept ourselves as a whole, whether it's good or bad, because we know we're always striving to be better. So it is hard to say, this is what I think about myself, you know.
That's true, without like feeling prideful.
Right, right. Except, you know, my favorite saying is, I'm proud to be awesome.
That's true. That is our favorite saying.
But you know, I declare it, I mean, it's something fun. People laugh about it now, but it's because I'm like, well, who else is going to tell me?
Right,
You know?
right.
But you tell
Yeah.
yourself those positive
Yeah,
things.
you need to be your biggest fan first.
Yeah.
So, during this lesson, I thought, I'm going to write my kids a letter of recommendation.
That's a great idea.
You know,
Yeah.
I am going to list out all these great qualities, and it can be something that we can keep. And then we can exchange and write letters to each other, so that I think the more that you see it and hear it,
yeah.
you start to believe it.
True.
You know, especially when it comes from several sources. You're like, well, not everybody got together to say, let's write this. It's just what they think about you, and there's so much value in that.
Right. I think that's important for kids. I think that's great. But first thing that came to mind was, there's so many important people in my life that I want to tell them what they mean to me, and what a fun way to do it.
Right.
Hey, I'm writing you a letter of recommendation.
Right, right. And you have that
Okay.
favorite saying.
Yes.
Remind me what it is.
So it says, nowadays people know the price of everything but the value of nothing.
So we just kind of wanted to put out there the value of snail mail and a handwritten letter.
Yes.
I love texting and emails, but I love getting snail mail.
I know, because you're like, somebody took the time.
Right.
That extra time, not just the click of the fingers.
Right, especially when it's handwritten. So those are the handwritten ones. Those are the ones that you find in your like memory boxes, or
Yeah.
as you go through like grandparents.
Yes.
Those are the ones that are kept. We don't really print out emails and text messages, which are great, especially when you want to express like instant gratification.
Right. True.
You know, to someone, to be
Right.
grateful for that. But think about those people in your life who you want to let them know how you feel about them.
True.
And what you think of them. That, you know, take the opportunity to build somebody up. That's kind of our challenge this week, is
Yes.
to write someone a letter, or write someone a letter of recommendation.
I love the letter of recommendation, because that is you letting know the world what you think of this person.
And all the qualities and characteristics
Yes.
and great things that they have about them.
Yeah, not just a letter. I think when it says letter of recommendation, that's kind of the fun twist to this.
It is. So take the time to value those in your life while they are still in your life.
Yes.
Take a moment to sit down and write a letter this summer and show somebody how much you care.